I read every little piece of fantasy football advice thing out there. And now CBS put out an article today called Your Deep Sleeper Fantasy Draft. So let's break down some of these deep sleepers that they have in here. Jacoby Myers. Jacoby Myers is probably going to be the number one receiver in New England this year. How is that considered a deep sleeper? There's no way. He is the number one receiver on that team, hands down. And we've actually talked about him being a breakout candidate this year for being, their number one. I think he's going to develop a nice rapport with Mac Jones. You are going to see big things out of Jacoby Myers. Jacoby Myers could go off for 1,400 yards and 10-plus touchdowns this year. That doesn't scream deep sleeper to me in any freaking league at all. So, Bryan Edwards from the Las Vegas Raiders is the number 2 receiver. How do you consider that a deep sleeper when you have a quarterback that can actually wing it to you? That's not really a deep sleeper. He actually put up decent stats. He's projected this year to get 76 points. His average draft position, is 212. Nope. Stupid. Justin Jackson, the backup running back for the Chargers, who 2 years ago was the number 1 running back for the Chargers before they put Austin Eckler in there because he was a receiving back too. KJ Hamler, probably the second best receiver in Denver. How is that a deep sleeper? Marquez Valdez-Scantling. He's a number 2 receiver in Green Bay who's going to put up numbers. His problem is he can't hold the ball. So
and according to Wyatt, he's great.
I like him. It's just he drops the ball way too often. There's a lot of drops. And it's funny because they put stats up like, this is his projected points. But they don't have his last year's stats up there because he caught 10 touchdowns. That's not deep sleeper. This is the dumbest list ever. The only one that they got right in this whole list is Jameis Winston potentially as a deep sleeper. And even that will be wrong.